Hey, what's up, you guys? MRJ coming at you with a movie review of Selma, a Martin Luther King biopic. How you doing? It's been a while, huh? Let's get right into the movie. Um, Selma wasn't like I thought it was gonna be. Um, I think my camera's crooked, but shit, what the hell? Selma wasn't as violent or as gory or as brutal use of the N word as I thought it was gonna be. Um, what can I say about the movie? Uh, that's it. There was some things I learned about Dr. Martin Luther King that I had no idea about. That was in the movie that kind of I took a back seat to and was like, damn, I didn't know that about him. Huh. But they still kept it clean. It's about as clean as a movie back then in the 60s would get. I mean, I really expected this movie to be like 12 Years in a Slave or Django Unchained, because it was around the 60s during the civil rights movement where black people couldn't vote or didn't have the right to vote, you know. And Martin Luther King was trying to change that back then because we was having it hard back then. And they had a cameo in there for Malcolm X. I actually expected the guy that played Malcolm X for that moment he was in the movie. I expected more from him, but he said enough, according to Martin Luther King. He said enough about him and his wife. And by the way, let me talk about his wife. His wife, the woman that played Coretta Scott King, wow, she really resembled her in the movie. Now, I gotta say this, the guy that played Martin Luther King, that might have upset a couple of people, especially down south or even across the United States, because even my pastor growing up as a child, his I Have a Dream speech was so powerful. He would win almost every time. But and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there right now that know somebody that looked just like Martin Luther King, you know, that could have probably played that role. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the guy that played Martin Luther King, but I guess that's during that time, that's what fit. They would have had worldwide auditions. I'm sure they would have found somebody exactly that looked like Martin Luther King. The way they found somebody that looked like exactly like his wife. That woman looked like his wife throughout the movie. And if you saw the movie, if you pulled up the pictures, the real Martin Luther King pictures on your smartphone, you was like, damn, they look identical. But the movie was brutal. But it, like I said, I was expecting, I'm like, oh boy, this movie is going to be like 12 Years in a Slave and Django Unchained, and it's just going to be, don't get me wrong, it was brutal. It had its moments where it was brutal, but it still kept it kind of clean. There was a cameo, there was an appearance in there by Oprah Winfrey. She got some paws put on her. If you don't know what paws mean, I mean fists. So they laid some hands on her. So, and like I said, this was back in Alabama around 1965. And it lets you know also throughout the movie what the man had to endure and what the man had to go through. There were some things in the movie that I thought that were like, huh, I wonder why he did that. But he wasn't there for that. Yeah. Like, what the hell is he doing? That had me going like that. He might be like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, I'm not trying to give the movie away. So on that note, I give the movie overall a B+. I wanted more in-depth detail about certain things, but they didn't go there. They said them and they moved on with them. Yeah, that's my take. That's my opinion about the movie. So if you interested and want to go check it out, go see it for yourself. If not, wait to Redbox it. Till next time, peace.